Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing so well. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, it is my pleasure. I am here in effect and just excited to talk to you all. I don't do a lot of IG lives, but I did quite a few today. So,
That press is another thing.
yeah.
Well,
So,
we are honored to have you, MC Lyte. Is it okay that we refer to you as MC Lyte, or should we go by your real name? What do you
light
prefer?
is cool. Light is
Lyte.
fine. It's short, sweet, one syllable.
There it is. Sweet, straight, and to the point. All right,
Mhm.
Lyte. Well, again, I can't thank you enough for being with us. You are a legendary MC, but not just an MC. You're an actress, TV producer, rapper, DJ, voiceover, and philanthropist. I mean, what don't you do? You do it all.
Uh, Skydive, um, snorkel, scuba dive.
Mhm.
But no, anything with entertainment. I've just always loved entertainment. My mother, when I was very little, would take me to see theater, to see Broadway. So I saw the original Dreamgirls.
Yes.
I saw Cats and like anything that you could, 42nd Street, anything you could imagine that was on Broadway in the late 70s, early 80s. I was there to see those plays. And it was there where I caught the bug. Like, this is really fascinating to me, um, the work of being on stage. And then, of course, I watched Facts of Life and seeing Tootie do her thing. I was like, where is that happening? I got to get there.
Yes, yes.
And it was
Absolutely.
California. And so I knew at 7 years old I'd be moving to California to get into the arts. And so I made it some years later, but I've been here for quite some time now, getting my feet wet and sitcoms and movies and things of that nature. And it just seemed like a natural progression for me. So MC, DJ, actress, speaker, philanthropist, I just do it all.
You do it all. You do it all. And you do it well. I mean,
Thank
so
you.
now thank you. So now you're making your directorial debut with the film Breakup in Love. What a title, right?
Yeah,
Could you tell us a little bit about this project?
absolutely. Well, what happened is my agent, he and we talked about what it would mean for me to be a director. I brought the conversation to him and he said that makes so much sense. And when I said it, we were just casually talking. And about a few months later, he called and he said, there's a film, it's a cable movie, and I think you'd be really great at directing it. You want to put together a pitch and we'll pitch it to the network. And I was like, okay, cool. So I pitched it to one part of the production team and they loved it. And they said, okay, we need to come back and do this for the entire team. We did it for the entire team. And the feedback that we got was it was profound. And it was one of the best thought out, worked up pitches that they had seen from a director in a really, really long time. And it was done like that because I've never directed before. Because from what I understand with other directors, they don't have to go through all of that. It's just like they have work, they have proof of concept of what it is that they can do as a director. And so I started to think, what can I do um, outside of going there and pitching my butt off to say that I can get this done? And that was to actually have proof of concept, to have a body of work that says, oh, okay, she understands, she has vision, she can do this. And so, of course, I called up the twins, the Celestian twins,
Mhm.
who I've known for some time. And in actuality, the management firm that I co-own, we represent them. So it felt right to go to people that we knew, people we believed in. And it was no hesitation at all when I asked them, were they interested in writing something for a short? And they immediately got all over it. And we came up with a concept, which was extremely easy, as a matter of fact. I love comedy. but I also love drama.
Yeah.
And so these ladies resonated with drama, and they were like, okay, that idea you just had, let's go with that. And they built the characters around that storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for what's about to happen, because I know that I'm going to finally be able to capture. It's just like when I was MCing,
Yeah.
had this book of rhymes, but everybody was like, oh, it's just a book of rhymes. So it meant nothing to anyone until I was able to put it to music,
Mm-hmm.
and, have them really understand the vision that I had for the music will be the same as the short.
Oh, absolutely. That is fabulous. We're looking forward to that. So you kind of just spoke a little bit about what drew you to this film, what compelled you to direct this film in particular. So were there any challenges at all during the directing process that you can think of?
Oh my goodness, no. Well, I haven't directed it yet. This is why I'm talking to you, so that we can talk to the people, so that and I'm looking for participation from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And that is because there are many levels to filmmaking, as you know. And for my directorial debut, we actually are raising funds so that I can shoot it. And we're looking to shoot the second week of January.
Mm-hmm.
And if you mean, have there been any blocks?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I just during the script process,
Yes, exactly.
it really wasn't about me seeing this script and going, oh my God, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was involved on the ground floor
Yeah.
with the evolution of the script, because it meant that much to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because this project looks to ignite a whole nother conversation. So no, we haven't shot it yet. I haven't had any problems
Mm-hmm.
that I can foresee. But, I got a great group of people that I'm working with. The Celestin twins are also producing it. They brought along Shay. They assembled a great team of people that I like and that I enjoy. And most of all, I respect their work. And so whatever problems may arise, which, in Hollywood, that sort of thing happens, it's just like with hip hop, I can be, rocking the mic, and all of a sudden the music goes out. So then I have to improvise, and I have
Mm-hmm.
to do what's necessary to keep the crowd engaged and entertained. And so I am relying on the team of people that we have. When a hole needs to get filled, we're going to fill it and roll over that thing, So call me optimistic, but I imagine you must be when you're in this field of entertainment, because really anything can happen. We just got to be ready for everything.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think
Mm-hmm.
that was well said. So have you guys already started casting for this film?
We've started looking at folks. We're working
Okay.
with Leah Daniels for casting, and we're excited at the possibilities. We have a couple of actors and actresses on our list, and now we're just going to start narrowing things down. But yeah, I'm excited. And for those who want to be involved, there's all sorts of perks. A producer, EP, like we've got credits that we're giving out. But yeah, you can find the link at MC Lyte on IG. It's on the link tree to donate and become a part of something good. And what I really will say is we aim to make a difference with this film. I mean, I know always with shorts, there's a great purpose, right? It's not just for entertainment, even though it could be. There's all sorts of shorts. But this specific one aims to address something that is happening in our communities and has been happening since the beginning of time, but is rarely spoken of. So I'd really like to be able to shine a light on that, because as a philanthropist, I've given a lot of money away for people to further their education. And of course, I thank God for every opportunity that he's given me. And now this is just one of those opportunities where we have the ability to change someone's mind, to educate someone in an area that they otherwise wouldn't be, to inform them of what's happening on a national level in our communities. And then entertain them as well. Yeah.
I am so looking forward to this. And what an amazing opportunity to be a part of this. I mean, I think for anyone out there who's looking for, an opportunity for a credit such as this, an opportunity doesn't just fall into your lap like this every day. And to work with the legendary, I have to say it again, MC Lyte. I mean, I think this is something that a lot of people should and will rally behind. I'm so looking forward to this.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Now, how did you choose your team? I know you talked about your love for the Celestian twins and Shay Franklin. How did you kind of narrow it down and make that choice as to who you would really want to work with?
Well, quite frankly, it was very easy with the Celestian twins because I knew them. And prior to representing them, we worked together on a BET special, and they were producers. And they did such a fabulous job. Nakisha did such a great job with it. We always stayed in touch. And then when they were looking for representation, because we have a management company, that all worked out. And with this concept of doing a short, it was a no-brainer. As a matter of fact, the only thing I was concerned about is that they would be too busy to do it, because they're on a roll right now with writing mini scripts for many projects and Bibles and really getting into the thick of it. So my only hope was that they'd have enough time to squeeze this project in for me. And when they brought Shay to the table, it just made sense, because for as thorough as they are, I imagine if they're going to have another production partner, that person would have to be as thorough, and that's all that she's proven thus far. As far as a DP, I've called up a couple of people who I love and respect, and they gave me some names, and we found the one. So we're just locking him in, schedule wise.
Yeah.
But it's just when you make the first move to lock arms with that first group of people, all of the doubt it fades away, because now you can entrust things that I may be unaware of as a director. This is my first go round, so I'm sure there's going to be so many things that I learn. Second go round, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know how to approach that. But here now, they are my eyes, my ears, my women on the ground making it happen.
Yeah, I love that. So can you tell us where the film is being shot?
Oh, here in Los Angeles. We're shooting in the downtown LA area. And we found our location is super. It's got everything that we need within that location. So I'm excited about it. The moment I received the photos from the scout, I was like, oh my goodness, this place looks amazing. And so we went to go see it, and it was everything that we thought it would be. It is perfect for these characters and for this storyline.
Wow. Just everything's falling in line.
Yeah.
So can you tell us specifically ways that fans can support the production of Breakup in Love?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's a string of things that are listed there on the Indiegogo site. Once again, if you click the link tree in my IG profile, you'll see all of the many ways that you can get involved. I think we have, opportunities from however much to however much. It's just a matter of what it is that you'd like to see happen for yourself as a perk. Or, there have been some people that have just given that didn't want anything in return. And I'm just excited that I have this opportunity to actually have someone else involved, to open the doorway for someone to become a producer, or open the doorway for someone to just be recognized and credited in a field that they haven't had the opportunity to have that happen yet. And this could be the stepping stone for them doing more things like this in entertainment.
Absolutely, for sure. And I see in the comments, a lot of people are like, me, I'm here for it. Let's go.
Oh, well, go to that link.
You better go to that link. That's right.
Yeah.
So we want to change gears a little bit and talk about your previous acting roles, because you are a phenomenal actress. Like, let's put that out there.
Oh,
you're very welcome.
I appreciate you. I'm always looking for the right things to fit into. But acting for me started a long time ago. I was in an off-Broadway play in, I think, 1990 or 91. And in that play was Lisa Nicole Carson, Darren Henson, Wyclef, Lauryn Hill, and I might be forgetting some other folks. But in any case, this was before they were the Fugees. This was before Lisa Nicole Carson had her stint on Ally McBeal. Darren Henson was choreographing, but hadn't hit that mark yet with Britney Spears and all of the great people that he went on to choreograph, not to mention his work as an actor. But it was great because I was in the company of people who were hungry and ready to really put the work in. And we did this off-Broadway play, which was awesome. Quincy Jones came by and checked us out while we were doing it. But that was just the very beginning for me. And then I went in, I did a film. I did a film with Daryl Chill Mitchell and Jeffrey. I can't remember his last name, but it gave me a chance to get my feet wet, you know. And then from there, it just continued on. I was a recurring on For Your Love, and then a recurring on Half and Half, and then I did some Strong Medicines and Get Real, some one-offs in between there to get my chops up. And then the interesting thing is I did a film called Train Ride with Wood Harris and a couple of other really cool folks. And that I was the lead actress in. And when the Rel Dowdell, who wrote and directed it, when he came looking for me, I was like, I can't do this. Like, do you see what you're calling for this actress? I said, I have never done anything like that. He said, well, you have to do it so you can say you've done it. And I was like, oh, okay. And I flew out to the outskirts of Pennsylvania, got into that world, and it's a really good movie. I think it's on Netflix now. It's called Train Ride, and it's about a young girl in college who goes out to a party with her friends, and she winds up staying at the party. And it's about the drug Rohypnol and what can happen on college campuses and what has happened on college campuses for a very long time. And then after that, it was all comedy, and I was enjoying myself. And then I decided one day that I wanted to be a music supervisor. So I put my acting hat down, and I went and I worked with James DuBose, Robin Latiker, who's now at OWN, who was with Sci-Fi, who was with James, who was with BET. This is what happens when you live this long. You get to see all of the changing parts, all of the moving pieces, which is why they always tell young people don't burn any bridges, because you're bound to see the same people, however long later. Anyway, I started doing music supervision. I did Tiny and Toya, Toya Family Affair, Monica, oh goodness, Michael Vick. I did quite a few Trey songs. I did quite a few of those, and that kept me busy for about 4 or 5 years. And then I decided, you know what, it's time to break on out. And I co-founded an organization called Hip Hop Sisters with Lynn Richardson and my soror Felicia Shaw. and we gave away a bunch of scholarships to the tune of $1 million to
Wow.
men and women attending school to further their education. And then I decided I wanted to act again. And then, you know, I came out, I got an agent and a manager, and I was able to lock in some key performances with SWAT and Queen of the South
Yes.
and Power and
Such good shows.
yeah, that's
Such good
I
shows.
think
So
I'm forgetting something, but and I've done a string of indie films. I did Bad Hair.
Mhm.
I don't know if
Yes.
anybody saw on Hulu.
Bad Hair
I
was
did
amazing.
say,
Bad Hair was amazing.
yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yes.
So yes, Bad Hair. I did Sylvie with Tessa Thompson, which is coming out, I think, Christmas Day.
Okay.
On Amazon, and then I did another film called I Challenger, which hasn't come out yet, but it's just exciting to be. I am in love with the art of movie making.
Wow.
I mean, I tell people all the time, I watch a good film 3 times.
Okay.
First time,
Yeah.
I'm totally engaged. I'm looking at I'm looking at it just to be entertained.
Right.
The second time I'm watching it, I'm looking for actors' choices.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, what that choice? Okay, I like that. Okay, how could that have been more natural? Yeah. Wow, that couldn't have been more natural. It's just, I'm blown away by the performances. Yeah. And then the third time around, I'm looking at lighting. I'm looking at set design. I'm looking at the stuff on the walls. Okay, how did they create this space to look like this guy's bedroom or this woman's apartment? Or, mm-hmm. I just, I love the art of movie magic. Yeah. And so now I get to participate in that, which is extremely fun.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So could you tell us about your upcoming role in the project Partner in Rhyme?
Partners in Rhyme. Yes, absolutely. A good buddy of mine, Wayne Connolly, who's written quite a few things. You'll see his name on a lot of different projects. He started way back in the Nick Cannon Nickelodeon days. That's how long he's been, writing. Yeah. And we actually met here in Los Angeles and with this thing. And like many projects do, you make them, it sits until you try to breathe life into it. Right. And so we started, after we sat it down many years later, I was like, you know what? I think I need to pick this back up, and I need to go have a good talk with my friend Bentley Evans, who at the time was doing quite a few projects on his own at his own studio. Mm-hmm. And I went in and I talked with him, and he fell in love with the project. And he was like, let's start writing it next week. And I mean, literally, it was that easy to get it up on its feet. And then we started talking about where we could actually take it. And before we could really take it out, someone came in and said we want it. And that was UMC, Brett Dismuke over at UMC with Nikki. And now it's UMC, AMC, and it's all good. We start post-production in January, which they'll start pumping out all of the scripts that we need. It's an eight shows for the first season. Mm-hmm. And it's about me mentoring, it's loosely based on my life of a character like me, mm-hmm. mentoring a young Cardi B, Lil Mama-esque female rapper. And so it leaves room for a lot of funny.
I could see that.
when you have legendary status, mm-hmm. mixing with new school status, it's gonna be pretty funny.
Okay, we are looking forward to that. You are a busy woman. So, we actually have a fan question from our staff. Mm-hmm. So it says, Half and Half is one of my favorite shows, and I would love to see a reboot. Would you be open to reprising your role as Kai?
Sure. If Yvette Lee Bowser is writing it, yeah, absolutely. Those were those were really fun times. And that character was really funny. And the greatest thing about, you know, some folks in Hollywood is we tend to think that everything's, you know, when people come from other places, they go, oh, Hollywood's so fake. Oh, I can't take it. Oh, you know, and me being from New York, I hear that from a lot of New Yorkers. But the truth is, you just have to find the people that are real. There are fake people wherever you go, right? So my thing is to focus on more of what you want to see, and that's what will come to you. And so with Yvette Lee Bowser, I had already done For Your Love, you know, back in the late 90s. And here we are in the 2000s. And I see her at a restaurant and she goes, oh my God, I am so glad that I'm seeing you. I have something for you.
Wow.
Now, of course, I was skeptical, you know, a skeptic because I'm from New York. It's like, yeah, you take everything anybody says with a grain of salt. Yeah. And then she, sure enough, they called up my agent and said they had a role, and her name was Kai Owens. And I really enjoyed, I enjoyed not just the work, but the cast was beautiful. Wow. And everyone got along. It was a sweet feeling on the set. Yeah. And so I cherish that experience, and I only hope for more of those types of experiences.
That's beautiful. We echo those sentiments. We'd love to see a reboot. So we actually have a fan question from Creed 32. How difficult was it to work in the same industry as your brother?
Oh, well, I mean, I imagine she's talking about Milk, you know, Milk and Giz. And it wasn't hard at all. So first off, I'll clear it up that Milk and Giz are actually brothers of mine through the First Priority Music family. And their father basically took care of me as a kid in this business. You know, he told my mom, okay, we're going to hit the road, but as soon as she gets off the stage, she's in her room. As soon as we get off the whatever, she's back in a safe space. So I called him my dad because he was my entertainment dad, and Milk and Giz are his sons. So they were just like brothers. They were a family to me, including, you know, King of Chill and Eric, who definitely brought me to the First Priority Music family, Eric Cole. They all treated me so well. I was the little sister in the group.
Oh, that's so sweet. So again, I want to bring this back because I think it's so important. Can you please let the viewers know, for those who may just now be joining in for the first time, let us know how we can go and support Breakup in Love.
Absolutely. Breakup in Love is a short film. I'm making my directorial debut. We are raising funds to make the production happen, but not just for nothing. You can become a producer, an EP, gain a credit, and the link is in my IG profile in the link tree. The first one up is donate to Breakup in Love. And, you know, nothing is too small. It all amounts to something, and we appreciate all of the help that we can get.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to supporting you. You guys make sure you click that link and go support. Just that title alone, I cannot wait to see what this film is all about. I really feel like it's going to speak to me. Sounds so good.
Right. Well, what we can say is it is conscious uncoupling. And we learn a whole lot during the process of that. So, yeah, I've been dreaming of this for a minute. So I'm excited to finally see it come to fruition.
Oh, absolutely. We're excited for you. So we have one more bonus question for you. This is probably one of my favorite questions to ask. So giving each other our flowers is something that is a new trend, I guess you could say. It's something that we're doing now while we're still here, as opposed to being gone or passed away. We're giving each other our flowers now. We're celebrating each other, just, you know, saying thank you while we're still here. So if you could give anyone their flowers, famous, not famous, or otherwise, who would you choose to give their flowers to today?
You know, the first person that popped into my head was Chuck D. And as soon as you said give flowers, where his face just popped up for me, and it's because he's been so diligent with the spreading of information and telling the truth. It would either be him or Spike Lee. Those two come to mind. You know, I'm seeing Fight the Powers That Be, and I'm seeing the imagery from Spike's movie Do the Right Thing. And yeah, I would like to lay the flowers out before them for having educated us through this process and educated us through the means of entertainment. Chuck with music, Spike with film. And they deserve their accolades because they've worked really hard. They're still here doing amazing work, and I love them both.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful, and we honor that. MC Lyte,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here. You are so beautiful, and we loved every moment of this. Thank you. And I gotta say this, my mom would kill me, but she wanted me to say hi. My mom says hi.
Tell her I send my love. 1, 2, thank you so much for allowing me on the platform to speak about the project. Thank you all for tuning in, and hopefully you'll get to see the short sooner than later. We are aimed to shoot in January. Wish us luck.
Oh, we wish you all the luck. And you guys, please make sure that you're following MC Lyte if you're not following her, so that way you can keep up with the project. Make sure that you're following Black Cinema Now and your girl, Miana, over at H Wood Gems. And until next interview, thank you, MC. We'll see you later.
All right. Take